Welcome everyone to It Tastes Different Gaming Appetizers. And tonight, we're going to talk about the death of a beloved franchise. The death of Horizon. So let me whip out this article here. So they're announcing Horizon Hunters Gathering, Guerrilla's new co-op action game. Hunt deadly machines and a tactical 3-player co-op action and adapt your hunter for intense missions. Today marks a monumental step for Guerrilla as a studio as we announce a new chapter in the Horizon universe. They might as well just say that they are choking out another live service game that's going to fail. But with the very first ideas that shaped the world of Horizon, we dreamed of players hunting machines together. So think of Monster Hunter, but as humans fighting mechanical monsters instead of the wild monsters that you get in Monster Hunter. We started with a small group of guerrillas, including myself back in the day, design director, and began exploring what it could like, drawing on our experience from Killzone, multiplayer titles, and the momentum of Horizon Zero Dawn. We set out to bring a cooperative action into the Horizon franchise. Since then, the team and the game have grown tremendously, blah, 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 blah. All this to say that they're creating a co-op game, like akin to Monster Hunter, akin to another live service travesty. The article is whatever. You can read the article, watch the video for yourself, but they butchered the hell out of this. This game looks like a cartoon mess. It looks like they took the Overwatch / what was that, the Legends one or whatever, and mashed it all together to look like this pile of steaming garbage that nobody wants. A Horizon game is a fun game. The art style of Horizon is unique. Even with Zero Dawn, Forbidden West, the art style maintained a theme. The way this game looks is cartoonish as hell. It looks bad, in my opinion. Like I said, it looks like all that live service crap out there. They need the Twitch skills to be there, so they have to dumb down the graphics to where it looks all blocky and junk, in my opinion. I'm a huge Horizon fan, and this shit pisses me off to no end because this game looks like shit. And I don't want a live service game from them. I want single player story driven Horizon game in that world. I don't want this. I don't know if there's anybody out there who does, right? I mean, it sounds cool to be able to hunt these monsters with your friends, but at the same time, I think with the art style that they went to is just a disservice to the game itself. I'm not even reading the article, so I'm going to stop sharing it. We don't care. You can read the article yourself because it will be posted. But, I don't think that I don't know who asked for this, but wasn't me, because Horizon Hunters Gathering was not on my bingo card for this year. I heard that there was some inkling that they were working on a live service game but I mean, Killing Floor and stuff like that. Killing Floor wasn't live service. Yes, it's multiplayer. They're trying to pin this off as a multiplayer co-op game, but it's going to be a live service shot, right? There's going to be microtransactions. There's going to be a bunch of seasons. They're going to be a bunch of that crap. Just mark my words. That's what they're doing. But I don't like like I said, my hardest thing is the art style. Like, it feels very much like Overwatch 2. It looks very much like Overwatch style game and Fortnite. It looks a lot like that art style that those guys use, not Horizon's art style. And so that's what I really have a hard time with. Maybe I'm wrong that it's not going to be a live service game, but I wouldn't hold my breath that I'm wrong on this one. Nick, what do you think, man? What do you think on this one? What do you think about them taking this game? Do you think it's going to be a live service, or do you think it's just going to be like Monster Hunter? Which I don't even know if I'd call Monster Hunter a live service game, right? It's a co-op game. They don't really have a whole lot of seasons, or at least not that I've seen. I haven't been back into Monster Hunter since, a few months after it came out.
Yeah. I've heard, Monster Hunter had a recent surge because I guess the last patch fixed a lot of performance and a lot of issues that the game had. So might check it out again. But anyway, for this one, yeah, I don't like the visual style either. It kind of reminds me of visually of a Dauntless. I don't know if you remember that game. That was a Monster Hunter style MMO type game. It shut down last year, I believe. But it had that same visual style that this game has. And yeah, I mean, the first off, it was the visual style. It does look like Fortnite or even Dauntless, type graphics, was very cartoony, which doesn't match the Horizon look. And I mean, I'm with you, Pat. I don't want them to make I don't really want a co-op game. I think it will be a live service, like seasons and various things like that, right? I don't think it's going to be a story-driven game with 3-player co-op. I think it's going to be like, you have these various missions where you go out and hunt monsters and stuff, because it's almost like a hero shooter, because the way they showed it off, you had like 3 different classes or 3 different characters that had different talents and stuff. And they all look like, if the world of Horizon, and then you had like the kids from high school and they all got together and decided they were going to become monster hunters like Aloy, and they went out to, they grabbed their sticks off the ground and went out and started beating the crap out of mechanical machines. I mean, that's what they look like, right? And then they found a mystical stone, which all gave them mystical powers. One can transform into a bird. The other one can transform into a triceratops to become Power Rangers, basically. And that's pretty much the gist of where that trailer went. And it was just like, I mean, I'm exaggerating quite a bit there, but I mean, like some of it's in line, but basically, yeah. I mean, it's very like cartoony, and it almost makes me think like, it almost made me feel like watching it was like, this isn't for. It almost makes you feel, in Horizon fans out there, like I like Horizon, but not as much as like maybe Pat or maybe some other people out there do. But it almost feels like this game is not for them, right? It was made for the general like casual market, and not for people who are fans of the Horizon game, right? Horizon Zero Dawn and Forbidden West, right? It doesn't seem like this game was made for them in mind. It was like a cash cow, almost a way to, not make a Horizon 3, but just be like, this is the game, we're going to make this, and this is the only Horizon game that's going to be out for the next 10, 20 years, right? As long as it keeps making money, we'll have seasons and various things like that, and microtransactions and stuff, and we'll just keep pumping out crap for this game. Yeah, I mean, even in the PlayStation blog post, like, I don't know. I hate the thing that bugs me is whenever the directors come out and they're like, we've been, ever since we started, this is the game we always wanted to make. It's like, I don't think it is. I think Horizon Zero Dawn was the game you always wanted to make, and you did, right? You tried to make Killzone that, and Killzone was never that. And then you finally succeeded.
This is the game Sony always wanted them to make.
Yeah.
It's like Sony hopes will be there. Fortnite.
Right. Like, Guerrilla's always tried to make Killzone this major app, and it's never worked for them, right? Killzone's not a bad game, but it's never like it's never taken off like they've wanted to. And Horizon was the first one that really took off for them, right? And so that's where they found their stride, is with that game, right? And then Horizon Forbidden West and a lot of the other stuff they've come out with has been pretty good, but I don't know what else besides the Call of the Mountain, I guess. What else have they made? I'm not 100% sure. Maybe nothing else. I mean, they haven't made another Killzone, but anywho, not since the PlayStation 4, right? With Shadowland or Shadow Drop or Shadow, whatever it was called. So yeah, I mean, I hate first reading. I mean, that type of saying in the director saying of like, this is the game we always wanted to make. Like, every time you see one of these stupid live service games coming out, that's like always the line is, this is the game we always wanted to make. It's like, no, it's not. It's not at all the game you always wanted to make.
Developing owner is telling you to say that.
Yeah.
We're not stupid, guys. You shouldn't use words like that. Just be like, we're making this game. You don't got to say that Sony forced you to, but we know. We know they have you.
You should just say it. Yeah. They forced us to make this game.
Sony would be mad and start firing everybody, but Sony's got them chained to a wall. Say, you make this game or you get out. We close your door.
Right. Yeah, because I don't know how Forbidden West did for them sales wise. I think it probably did pretty good, right?
I don't know if Forbidden West was.
I don't know if it was as popular as Zero Dawn, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't know the sales numbers on those. But
yeah, I think they sold like 8.5 million or something like that. They expected more when they did the PC release, but I don't remember if they did how well they did or not.
Anyway, like I don't know. I wonder if this game will be free to play. Did they say if it was going to be free to play or if it was going to cost?
Anything in there about pricing or anything?
Yeah.
If it's on PlayStation, they're paying.
That's probably true. Yeah.
So a lot of the first comments are like literally zero fanfare with this announcement. The fact this wasn't even included in, I don't know. It's just funny.
Yeah, it was just put out as a PlayStation blog, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't like part of Sony's state of play or anything like that. It was just put out as like a small announcement. And again, it doesn't seem like it's something for the fans because I think like ultimately the fans of Horizon are not, and those who are super fans out there, Pat's one of those, and he's already made his determination that it's not in his vein. But from other super fans out there, I'm curious as to, from the Horizon series, is this what you would hope the next entry would be? Or is this what you wanted, right? As far as that game goes, right? I doubt it. If you wanted some sort of co-op experience, you would probably want something a little bit more grounded, right?
Yes.
Not cartoony or anything like that, but grounded in that kind of dark, gritty atmosphere that is Horizon and not this poppy, cartoony look that they're going with, like everything bright colors and everything sunshine and rainbows, and you're killing robot monsters. That's what it looked like, instead of the dark grittiness that is Horizon, right? I mean, the world is beautiful in those games, but it does have that dark layer to it because it is a post-apocalyptic world where machines have run rampant, right? But this almost feels like let's throw a splash of rainbow on this and call it Horizon, right? And so it's like ridiculous.
Yeah, they could have done so many other things than this.
A splash of sunshine.
It's like Horizon, but with fun.
With a splash of sunshine.
The game reminds just the graphical art style. It reminds me of the Nickelodeon cartoons. When they took like the Ninja Turtles and
like when they redid the Ninja Turtles, and that was horrible.
And they didn't really want to spend money, so they gave an 8-year-old a crayon.
The art style, like I said, if you look at the art style, like look at the trees and stuff, the trees look a lot like the one we always make fun of. Everybody says Fortnite. It looks like Fortnite. It looks like the Marvel game too that they have going out.
Yeah,
the art style looks a lot like that, and I'm like, okay, so they have to dumb down the graphics so the game can perform. But I mean, I don't know if it doesn't mention anything about PvP in there that I didn't see anything about PvP.
But choose from a roster of uniquely skilled hunters, each with its distinct melee or ranged play styles and weapons.
Yeah. So and
select hunter roles further embedded with a roguelike perk system to craft the build that best suits your style and your team.
Yeah. So, it's Monster Hunter, just, not Monster
PvP will come in though. They'll do it.
Maybe we'll see. Hopefully not. But
I think if they really wanted a game where 2 or 3 of friends could play in the world, they could have just, I don't know, dropped a DLC for Zero Dawn or what was the last one? Not Zero Dawn. Forbidden West. They could have done that, or even just made a third sequel. I mean, a third game. And that world is so much prettier to look at. That world is so much more intriguing than this. I mean, I watch this and it makes me sad.
Yeah, so it says between missions, you'll return to Hunter's Gathering, a vibrant social hub where players can connect, prepare, and celebrate
just
victories.
Just like the social hub in Monster
Hunter.
Yeah, here you can customize your hunters, visit vendors, upgrade gear, and team up for your next adventure.
Yeah, I was so annoyed I didn't want to finish reading that article. But yeah, so I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, I don't know. Shane? What do you feel like spieling out about this crap?
It's Monster Hunter, but with dead batteries.
Yeah, with low graphics.
Yeah, it looks like a bucket of crap. It looks like a Nickelodeon cartoon show, like the old Ninja Turtles, and it's sad. I mean, just watching like the gameplay. Okay, let's take your eyes off the enemies. Just look at the characters that you're choosing. None of that makes me look at it or feel or embrace it in any way like Monster or like Horizon. Not even Monster Hunter. It's just it looks like such a bad knockoff of what they trying to force down your throat. They're using a name of Horizon to sell this piece of shit.
Yes, that's exactly what they're doing.
And there's been other things that have done that. Like, okay, how do we make money off this? Because it looks like crap and it's gonna suck. Well, we'll just throw a big title name into it. Final Fantasy Spirits Within. That was not a Final Fantasy game. That wasn't even a Final Fantasy thought. But I think when they saw it and they watched it, they thought, oh, this is kind of not good. Don't get wrong. I watch it every time I see it. But they threw that title in there because of what Final Fantasy is and what it means to people. That's what they did here. They threw Horizon into it. They could have called it Nickelodeon Robot Attack Power Hour. I mean, something. But
it's almost like Horizon. They acquired this game from someone else and told Guerrilla to put Horizon on it. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah. Let's make this Horizon. Let's add the Horizon enemies to this game.
Yeah, because it says that this game centers around challenging and replayable hunts. Today, they were revealing 2 modes: Machine Incursion, a high-intensity mission where waves of machines pour out from underground gateways, led by a formidable boss, and Cauldron Descent, a longer multi-stage trial in which ever-changing rooms push hunters to their limits, from brutal machine encounters to hidden doors that promise power and reward for teams prepared to open them.
Yep.
So, I mean, it does sound very like free to play, right? I mean, I don't know if they're going to have more modes than that, but from the trailer, I thought like, okay, it's an open world that you get to explore but it sounds like it's just mission based, like monster waves, basically.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like Monster Hunter.
It's join up with your
friends.
Yeah, but except you're not fighting a big monster, you're just fighting waves of machines.
Some of the screenshots showed them fighting like the big monsters from Horizon. That would be stupid if that's not what they're doing. I mean, even stupider than what it already is, but yeah.
Well, it says the first one is you fight waves of machines led by a formidable boss. And then the other one is just ever-changing rooms push hunters to their limits, from brutal machine encounters to hidden doors that promise power and reward. So almost kind of like roguelike in that sense, right? Where it's just random rooms with either rewards or enemies in them.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it's just not for me. I mean, either one of you guys got anything on this one? Because I'm it's sick in my stomach to think that's what they've done to this franchise.
I could beat this thing for days. I mean, just looking at screenshots, looking at the videos, and they call it Hunter's Gathering. Oh, whatever the opposite word of gathering is, that's what's going to happen.
Hunters Disperse.
Disperse, exactly.
Disperse. Yeah. But it almost seems like Sony did purchase like a different game.
And they're just
slap Horizon on this.
That's an interesting thought.
It's a mobile game.
Because it doesn't follow any of like the gameplay or like the art style or anything of anything Guerrilla typically makes. It doesn't even like, if you didn't tell me this was Horizon without the machine robots, if you turn the machine robots into something else, let's say they just were actual like dinosaurs or something, I would be like, what is this? Like, you couldn't tell me it was Horizon because I wouldn't have gotten that, right? Without like even without seeing a machine robot, like that's the only thing that gives it away, right? And everything else about the game does not give away that's Horizon title. besides its title and those in the robot machines. You're like, oh, those are the robots from Horizon. Like that's where you get that from. But otherwise, you wouldn't recognize it.
No, not really.
Well, I'm pretty sure the board meeting went like this. Let's take this game, make it look like shit, make the gameplay look like shit, and we'll slap a good title on it.
I mean, they've done that before, right? Like there's been other games where we've seen like, a popular game title slapped onto it. And you're like, this wasn't what that was originally going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can imagine the boardroom when Guerrilla says this is not a smart move. And Sony's like, we don't give a shit. What's one more game? What's one more studio getting shut down?
Yeah. You're going to be the next Firewatch.
What's your name to fame? Only Horizon, right? Killzone didn't really do it for us. So Horizon.
we could deal with another Concord, This will be the death of the Horizon franchise. They put it on the shelf forever because they cannot put this out. This looks like trash, complete trash to me. And it is what it is. If that's your type of game, you may play it or not. I will not be. I don't think I will play it. Something has to entice me more than what they've said already, and nothing they've said so far is enticing me to play this.
Well, if it is pay to play, then I'll get it. They're going to have to pay me, and I'll play it.
I was like, pay to play, I definitely am out. If it's free to play, I may give it a chance.
If it's free to play, I might try it out just because it's free. But if I have to purchase it, I'll definitely not play it.
Yeah, me too. I'm in the same boat as you on that. So, you guys got anything else before we put this one to bed? Because I'm already annoyed with it. All right.
No.
Well, let us know what you think. What do you think about it? If you've seen this, watch the trailers. What do you think about the direction that they've taken the Horizon franchise? Everybody's trying to find that next Fortnite, right? That next live service that just low effort, maximum profit, So let us know what you think down in the comments. And if you're not subscribed, you've reached the end. Why not? Subscribe, help us out so we can keep making videos, talking smack about games like we always do. And we hope you enjoyed this episode and hope to catch you next one.
See ya.